Good afternoon, everybody. Today our story is Our Tree Named Steve. On the cover, we see three friends sitting underneath a big tree. I wonder if that tree's name is Steve. Let's take a look. Our Tree Named Steve. Dear kids, a long time ago, when you were little, Mom and I took you to where we wanted to build a house for us to live in. But in order to build there, men had to come and clear the land. They had to make sure there was enough room for their house. I remember there was one tree, however, that the three of you couldn't stop staring at. Adam thought it was crying, Lindsay said it looked nervous, and Sari, who was only 2 years old, couldn't pronounce the word tree, and called it Steve. I love you, Steve, she kept saying. Then Adam and Lindsay started saying it, and before too long Mom and I got the hint and asked the builder to please save Steve. They said, do not take Steve down. He means a lot. The day we moved in, Steve was there to greet us. They built their house right next to Steve. He quickly worked his way into your lives as a swing holder, target, third base, hiding place, jump rope turner. And whenever our dryer was broke down, he held our underwear with pride. Oh, how silly. Yes, right there in the center of our yard, this weird-looking tree grew to become the center of our outdoor life. Through all our barbecues, campouts, and dance parties. Or when Adam and Lindsay started getting crushes on the Simon kids next door, Steve adjusted to our every need. And it wasn't always easy, standing tall through snowstorms in the winter. Or when Uncle Chester napped in the hammock couldn't possibly have been fun, not to mention the time that the sewer overflowed and Steve sucked all the smelly water up before it drowned Kirby. Then got so sick himself that the tree doctor had to give Steve a haircut and made him look like a big thumb. The tree doctor cut his branches that were dying to help him live longer. Through the years, Mom and I have tried to show you, in a world filled of strangers, the peace that comes with having things you cannot count on and a safe place to return after a hard day or a long trip. Which brings me to the point of this letter. Last week, a storm hit our area. And though we spared Steve's life a long time ago, this time we could not save him. The tree fell over. It broke. Steve was no more. Are we sad? Sure we are. But even in his final moments, when he could have fallen on our house, Sari's swing, Kirby's house, or Mom's garden, Steve performed his last trick and protected all of us to the very end. And friends like this are hard to find. So when you come home from Grandma's next week, Steve will not be able to greet you as he has done in the past. I'm sorry, but please know that Steve will always be with us in our hearts and our thoughts. And in a different tree at the other end of our yard, see you next week. Love, Dad. What a cool story about a tree that really meant a lot to a family. Can you think of a tree or something that has really meant a lot to your family? Or something that has made you feel safe in strange times or hard times? Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.